Hello, all. Good morning. Welcome to DevOps Summit in Canada 2021. It's indeed exciting to be part of this summit. I'm not only one of the speakers in the summit, but I also lead the DataOps track in this event. And it's no, probably I can start with saying that we have lined up good contents, good number of speakers, panel discussions to talk to in the area of data ops, how we handle data as part of DevOps, and so on and so forth. Uh, where where we also have a panel discussion which covers a lot of aspects on how industry is creating DevOps today, DataOps today, and what are the few things that we can look into as we get into 2022 and beyond. Right. A quick introduction about me. I'm Sriram. I'm an enterprise architect working in the area of DevOps and SRE, having for close to 15 plus years of experience, worked with multiple Fortune 500 companies in helping them in their transformations, primarily focused on DevOps and SRE. Let me quickly just start with this topic. The topic that I chose today is how organizations can reinvent their AI as using data ops. Right? As you may all be knowing, data ops is, or data per se, is something that is that organizations have started looking into. Right? It is becoming a critical area on how data is being handled in industry today, especially with the advent of cloud. Right. One particular difference that I would say is in terms of how the data is descriptive along with cloud is in the way it's being managed. Right. Earlier, you will have data center in then your business office or in a separate area where the data is being consolidated. Now, with the advent of cloud, it is being distributed across different probably different data centers or different geographies per se on how the CSPs handle it, right? That makes handling of data more critical and crucial for organizations, right? So let me start with saying on what is the importance of data ops today in organizations. Uh, as I started saying, right, the technical revolution has been unprecedented in past few years, right? Which is in a way, it creates opportunities in managing data, but at the same time, it's being critical and complex as well. With the criticality, and there's a kind of value it provides to an organization, right? uh, Enterprises have been struggling, right? Some of the enterprises, in my own experience, have been struggling to collaborate the data that is available to them, right? But today, with the way how data is being managed, I see that there's going to there's a systemic shift that's happening in terms of how do you use the data, right? How do you use and reuse it? Right. It is just not holding the data alone. Holding on managing the data doesn't bring any value to the business per se. It is on how you use it, how you make it meaningful. What is the kind of analytics that you can build that would help your business grow, that would help your customers, delivering more values to the customers, and that would expand your market reach, right? Uh, and to do all this, right, you need to have a proper way of handling your pipelines, right, your data pipelines, right? That is even more critical and crucial, which is becoming an important factor. So whether you're building a pipeline or managing it or scaling up, right, that is very important in terms of how the infrastructure is being handled. I started with saying with the disruption of cloud and so on and so forth, right? So that also adds criticality to the organizations, right, especially to the IT teams, which has to be maintained and governed, right? With all this complexities, I think that's where the opportunity of data ops comes into picture. That's why organizations have started looking into data ops as a strategy. Few organizations would have had appointed a specific person at a CXO level called chief data officer as well, right? Because of the kind of importance that it brings in, right? So what data ops has to bring in, right? It has to bring in a strong focus on the flow of data and the use of data in the analytics space, right? As I said, only then, it is just not holding or managing data, but there should be some kind of analytics that has to be that organization to build, that gives them a meaningful picture on what kind of data that they hold, and what is the value it brings into the business, right? If we look into Gartner's definition, right? Gartner defines DataOps as a collaborative data management practice focused on improving the communication, integration, and automation of data flows between data managers and data customers across an organization. The goal of DataOps is to deliver value, foster predictable delivery, and change management of data models, and related artifacts. Uh, yes, as Gartner says, right, as it's being defined, it is just not, hold and as I was saying earlier, it is just not holding or managing data, but how you use it to expand your business. Okay, so what are the benefits of DataOps? Right, what does organization gets in terms of implementing DataOps? Right, it promotes better understanding of the data. Right, we covered this just a few minutes ago. It increases your velocity of delivering applications, right, through automation. Data is not only has to be handled, it handled well, it has to be automated, right? Or the processing of data has to be automated. Only then you improve the velocity of your delivery, right? It may be for any industry. We'll come to the industry segments in a bit, but irrespective of the industry that you serve, there needs to be ways to improve your project velocity, and data automation or data ops plays a critical factor there. It also reduces the fragility through standardization by bringing in automation. You bring in best practices, you standardize how you hold your data, what kind of analytics you build, and how it can be replicated across different sectors, right? How it can be, how we can bring in repeatability to it. Uh, One important benefit that I see is, how enhanced testing to production like data and patterns, right? Handling production data is always tedious, always critical. It is like, handling a complex machine in your factory, where once you dismantle it, you don't even know how to put it back, right? It is that critical. And in the probably 5-10 years ago, no, the organization would have had always, the double second thoughts in terms of how whether they can use the production data or not, right? After that, we have seen technologies like data masking, data sanitizing, there are all those things coming into picture. But I see data ops as, something that brings in a maturity in terms of how you handle your data into production, and that helps in, testing your new applications, your new business functionalities, and improve the effectiveness of your organization. Uh, Not only the business benefits, it also delivers some additional technology benefits, like it ensures compliance of your data, right? How do you protect it? How do you manage, ensure that it is as per the industry's compliance? It could be a PA compliance. It could be if you are serving healthcare. And that too in the middle of this pandemic, handling healthcare data is more critical, right? So you handle all those complications through data ops, or bringing in tools that helps in regularizing it. It also helps in, in maintaining the data security, especially if you are planning to move from your on-prem to cloud. The cloud data centers could be at different geographic locations. Each geographic location has its own complicated regulations that each organization has to maintain, and so on and so forth. Your data ops helps in, right? It also ensures bringing in quality data that supports AI and machine learning, which are again, organizations have started looking into your machine learning algorithms, building to your business, serving it in terms of understanding your systems better. Artificial intelligence, which we'll talk in a bit, in terms of that being the core aspect of my topic over here as well. Finally, it also enhances collaboration within the DevOps teams, right? It also enhances data collaboration specifically. right? That makes your data flow consistent across applications, your upstream applications or your downstream applications, how data is being used, and all those things can be controlled using a DataOps. Okay. So we spoke about DataOps now, right? And what are the benefits out of it? Now comes the next question: is industry really adopting it, right? Or different organizations adopting DataOps, right? Simple research, specifically on CAO.com site itself, I was able to find out that GE as an organization, you all know the GE, what GE does. It is into multiple areas in engineering. They have done a data transformation, right? Or they are in the middle of a data transformation. Humana, which is into healthcare industry vertical, has built a data strategy that improves its customer experience, right? Fidelity, which is into financial services, has also transformed the data pipelines to unlock the power of the value of data, how it can serve the customers. Toyota, you all know, a famous automobile company. Probably most of you would be not driving Toyota cars today in the roads. They have, actually used DataOps in the AI to speed credit decisioning. These are not something my personal experience, but what I'm saying is just from a simple research that we do, we find that organizations are either looking into DataOps today, or how they have in the middle of implementation that empowers them or that improves their business. So yes, DataOps is real. That's the message that I wanted to tell you all today. Yeah. So moving on to the next part, right? What artificial intelligence means, right? And why artificial intelligence is something that organizations are looking into today, right? In my opinion, probably a few years ago, if you have spoken to few CXOs on artificial intelligence, they would have said, yes, we have a separate unit that does the that tries to build algorithms or applications, which most of them wouldn't even know on what they do, right? But today, I think the industry has evolved. Right, it is no more a separate unit within your organization doing an artificial intelligence or research. Right, it is embedded as part of your process, day-to-day process, running day-to-day business, every aspect of it. Right, every be it your business team, your front office team, your back office team, your IT team, your production support team, or your BPO team handling your business processes, right, in the way how they do their manage your transactions. Every segment of your organization has to have your AI process embedded into them. That is where organizations have started seeing the benefits, right? It helps in saving time and money, or it helps in acquiring a competitive edge in the global market, understanding your business necessities, what your customers think of today, how can you think ahead in serving the customers' needs, and so on, right? It also helps in generating business by virtual customer support arrangement. I spoke about AI for your BPO process, your KPO activities, and so on. Right, and finally, your ever-growing quicker decision. Right, today market, as technology is evolving in an unprecedented way, your market is also evolving, and that too in the it's a known fact that post this pandemic, market is disruptive, right? And it is important for businesses to stay ahead, right? Yeah. So now let's come on to how DataOps accelerates your artificial intelligence, right? I see DataOps more as a team sport. It is not an individual aspect or two or three persons handling the data. It's a team sport. It is a collaboration of your data application functionalities, your business science, your data science, your analytics, everything coming into one single piece of it, right? Or when you talk about a team sport, it's so one single you can say, right? So that is what I think DataOps is getting into, right? It has, each and every aspect of it has to be aligned, right? That would help in the delivering value at speed, right? If it is not closely knit or closely aligned, closely connected, it may be counterproductive. So it is important to ensure that the the data that you have is being aligned across different teams and different systems and functions for you to get the benefits out of it, right? So what does AI needs, right? Or what DataOps can feed into AI, right? DataOps creates a clear model for the development, promotion, and management of data, right? For organizations to improve artificial intelligence, you got to understand or build data models that helps in making quicker decisions or making better decisions. You got to be smart about it, right? And that is what DataOps, no, having a proper DataOps strategy becomes a feeder system for your organizational AI in terms of improving your market reach, right? Finally, as market evolves, as the behavior of your end users changes or evolves, your mission to drive your mission for building a proper system should also be evolved, right? That is why you get new use cases that you can analyze, which or you build a data analytics system that has the extension of these use cases that helps in giving you a strategy and making a decision better, right? Finally, where the organizations are getting into, right, or where the industry is turning into, it gets into multi-workload convergence, your data anywhere with edge AI, and last but not the least, your next gen data lakes. Data lakes are going to be the powerful aspect, is what I feel. Your systems are going to generate huge amount of data that has to be managed well, right? And that gets into, as I mentioned earlier, it becomes a feeder system for your AI systems for the organizations to make decisions better. And that's all I have for you to share. Hope you liked my topic. Hope you like the content that I shared, and I hope you like the rest of the other contents as well. I request you to participate in as many speaker presentations or panel discussions as possible, because all I could say is there are a lot of value that we want to create within this ecosystem in taking DevOps to the next level. Once again, thanks for joining me. Thanks for attending this speech, and hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.